Live from the YouTubes. Hey, everybody. We're going live earlier than normal today because, frankly, I have things I have to do this evening, but I wanted to talk about the big game. That's what we call it. We're calling it the big game. All right. But we're talking about the big game, some crazy trailers today, and might talk a little bit of Deadpool 3 in detail, man. A lot of cool Easter eggs going on. And hey, I mean, there's a big football game that happened last night. My Steelers weren't in it, but we can talk about the Chiefs if you want. I mean, that Mahomes guy, he's pretty good at football, admittedly. Brock Purdy played well also. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for being here. Let's see who's in the chats. We already got a first super chat of the day. See how you guys are doing. Connor Productions says, sup, Austin? What's going on, Connor? By the way, let me know if you guys can hear me and everything. Checking on the technical side of things. Always got some technical things going on before we start, but I think we're good. Everything sounds good on my. Does it sound good on your end? Don't tell me if I actually sound good. Just tell me if the mic works. Connor Production says, "What, Connor? Look at that profile pic there, man. I love that. We got the Deadpool poster already. Jedi Connor, officially the best MCU movie quote. Pegging isn't new for me, but it is for Disney. Yeah, that was great. I love the fact that they're getting edgy already, even in the Green Band trailer. Stumbo, we'll get back to your super chat here in just a second. And already some great questions. Samuel Prater says, show me your belly. Thanks. Maybe if you guys get lucky today, there'll be some belly showing. I think Samuel Prater should show his belly too. Sam, you're being called out, buddy. Get on here. Pull your belly out. That's everybody get the bellies out. This is great. The Spider cosplayer says, sup, bro? What's going on, everybody? Hey, and thanks for being here. Listen, it's Monday. It's early, a little earlier than normal. I had some people last week tell me they wanted me to go earlier, so maybe this is working out well for them. But either way, we got a lot to talk about. There are 44 people in here. I only have 6 likes. Let's get those numbers up, man. Those are rookie numbers. I actually got on here early before this started, and I had like 3 dislikes. I think a couple of those have gone away, which tells you how many are spam and how many aren't spam. But if you guys want to like this stream, man, that would be awesome. Really helps the numbers. Frankly, it just helps them look better. No, it helps the channel, gets everything out there. Yeah, we got a lot of people here today, though. For a random 3:30, 4 o'clock time, man, this is a good amount of people. Kali Wally. Howdy, good sir. What's going on, Kali? By the way, get your questions rolling, baby. We're going to answer questions all day today. Get in that chat, man, whatever you guys want to talk about. But specifically, if we want to talk about some cool things going on. Oh, and Kali Wally says, don't forget the music. Kali, look at you, baby. Let's get some. It's called night driving. Let's get some night driving going. You want me to do a little track over time? You like that music? Yeah, baby. Night driving. I love it. It just adds a little background aura. All right, background aura. Let me know if it's playing, if it sounds good. Samuel Prater says, did you show us your belly yet? Not yet, Sam. You don't want to see. Frankly, the hair is out of control on my belly. I used to make fun of my dad, and now I am my dad. It's really scary. Just finished my Succession rewatch, so showing up was unironically. Yeah, Matthew showing up in the Deadpool trailer. It was pretty cool. The Wolverine and Pyro. We'll talk about Pyro, but my highlight was Matthew, man. First of all, he's not having to do an American accent, which I'm sure he's enjoying, but also he's just a great freaking actor. So him showing up in that Deadpool trailer was really cool. Lyndon, what's going on? Lyndon Lansbury saying, are you sad we didn't get an official trailer for Inside Out 2? Not necessarily. I wasn't super pumped for an Inside Out 2 trailer, but I'm interested to see one when we get one, but it's not something I need right now. Honestly, that tease is about all I need for Inside Out 2. It's not one I need a huge trailer for. Brandon, now that I've seen so many films, I hear Austin saying movie quotes all the time. So you understand me. Said I nothing I do or say is original. I just want you guys to know that. I do like movie quotes, and that's what I often use in my everyday lingo. Elton John was telling me you stole his glasses, and I defended you. Samuel, come on, man. Hey, you don't like the... I want to sing an Elton John song, but I'm afraid I'm going to get copyright hit. You don't like the shades? You like the here's the funny thing, and I've told this story before. I thought they were going to be clear, and I needed the blue light thing, and then I ordered the blue light thing, and then it turned out they were actually yellow. I mean, it showed it on the picture, but I'm like, they're not actually going to be yellow. That's just the way of no, they were. They were yellow. But I'm rolling with it, baby. Lean with it, rock with it, bounce with it. I don't know the rest of the song, to be honest with you. Hey, how about Usher last night? Did you guys like that? It was fine. I got into it at the end, though. When Lil Jon showed up, that's when I got into it. And everybody's on roller skates. Reminded me of that scene in Family Guy. That's when I got into it. And my daughter got into it, too. I put a video on Twitter if you want to go check that out. Usher was fine. I like the ending. Lil Jon got me. That's what it was. Lil Jon got me. Also, will.i.am was cool. If I would have placed a wager on the first Usher song, I probably would have said OMG. It just felt like the right song to start out with, just because the intro and you got will.i.am out there. They still did it. They waited a while, though. He kind of went through his greatest hits almost in order. Who cares? Why? Nobody cares about this. Nobody cares what I'm talking about. We like Elton John, so we also like the Shades. My wife is a massive Elton John just nut. She's an Elton John nut. So maybe this enhances her love for me because I remind her of him. That would be cool. I would love for my wife to love me more. Austin LaVista Baby saying, where do you think Dune 2 will be in your favorite movies of all time? Whoa, wow. That's a big question. It's a girthy question. There's girth to that question. I don't know. I mean, I want a phenomenal film. I really do. I just don't. I can't quite place it. But you know what's crazy? I'm seeing Dune in a week. Actually, 8 days. But who's counting? But I'm seeing Dune in a week. So next Tuesday, if you just so happen to be on YouTube and you're like, man, I need something to watch, late Tuesday night, there will be a reaction from me for Dune, okay? But then early Wednesday morning, there may be a review from me for Dune. And so I'm not saying, I'm just saying. All right, so Dune, to be on the lookout, because next week I'm going to be talking Dune 2. That's a little early, but we're doing it, and I'm making the drive. This will be my first screening of the year. I've had a couple of opportunities this year, and I've said, I don't know if I want to drive. Am I driving this far to see Mean Girls? No, probably not. Am I going to drive this far to see, I don't know what else is coming up, The Beekeeper? I don't think so, but I think a 6-hour drive total is worth it for Dune 2. What do you all think? Should I do this next Tuesday? Should I do it? I think I'm going to do it. Actually, it's 7 hours, 3.5 there, 3.5 back. Regardless, Team Rainbow says, feels crazy that we're so close to Dune, even though we've been waiting for so long. I know. We've been waiting for forever, it feels like. But yeah, I am definitely 100% all in on the Dune hype right now. It's just the fact that we're this close. I mean, a week out, 2 weeks out, whatever it may be for you guys. Holy cow. So excited. Lyndon says, I drove 3 hours to see Argyle and wrote a review in the Herald. That's okay. I mean, listen, you got to do what you got to do. I wasn't as, for some reason in January, I'm like, yeah, I could review this movie. I don't have to. But if I had somebody telling me, no, you got to review Argyle, I'd say, heck yeah, I'll drive the 3 hours. But it's me telling me. So me was telling me, don't drive 3 hours for Argyle. So I personally didn't. But yeah, for Dune, I think that's one I'm going to be driving for. So got to get my stretches in before I make the deck on 7-hour drive. Beekeeper was awful in my opinion. Oh, I had some fun with Beekeeper. Saul James Jenkins. I had some fun with Beekeeper. I thought it was okay. Wasn't great. It was fine. I've seen worse movies this year. What are your expectations for Deadpool and Wolverine? They're pretty high. I mean, look, I'm not sitting here saying it's gonna be the next great comic book movie, and I'm still a little nervous that Disney's doing it, and it's going to be rated R. That's great, but still a little nervous that Disney's doing it. But I like the teaser. I like the fact that it's playing on some things that we're seeing in Marvel right now, and it's going to be making fun. It's going to be a lot of making fun of what we're seeing in the Marvel Universe, in the MCU. So that's going to be fun. Deadpool is always fun when he's on screen. Samuel says, I walked 500 miles for you. Samuel, I love you, pal. Don't walk that far, though. I'm not worth that. I'm worth 5, give or take 3 or 4 miles, to be honest with you. But if you walk 1, I'll be happy. I didn't even drive 5 minutes to Regal for Argyle. Yeah, I drove about 6 miles to see Argyle myself. That was probably still too long for that movie. It was not good. Hot take, Deadpool is annoying and overrated. Nolan, a lot of people would say that about me, but I'm glad you're not. I'm glad you're saying it about Deadpool. That's fine. Look, Deadpool's not everyone's sense of humor. It's not the type of movie that is going to work. Comedies are always very subjective, right? And so you've got a lot of people that don't prefer really raunchy humor, a lot of people that don't like the gag type of things, don't like the meta humor. Look, if you know somebody that doesn't like meta humor, I probably wouldn't be friends with that person. Meta humor is the best, but not everyone likes it, and that's fine. And so Deadpool, it's a tough thing to pull off because not only do you have to like the comic book aspect and you have to like the stupidity of the character, but you have to laugh, man. You have to laugh. And if you're not laughing, you're not going to like it. And so Deadpool, it's not going to work for everyone, Nolan. So don't feel bad. Deadpool movie is a ripoff of Funny Games. See, that's where you lose me. I don't know what that means. So I don't know what that means. But Mr. Noir says it perfectly. Every humor is different and unique, and that is absolutely. Comedies are the hardest movies to judge the hardest movies to understand criticism of, because some comedies with 50% on Rotten Tomatoes are my favorite comedies. I'm like, how did you not? But it makes a lot of sense because sometimes half the people don't laugh and half the people do laugh. And what does that make on Rotten Tomatoes? A 50%. So that's the kind of thing we're dealing with when it comes to humor. Your thoughts on the Long Legs teaser? And Ian, I'm going to get to your super chat here in just a second. Yeah, Long Legs looks good, man. Looks really good. I love that Nicolas Cage is branching out right now. And we've seen him do these types of things a long time ago, but the last several years, it feels like he's just doing things that feel special. This feels special. I love the studio. I love the cast beyond Cage. I think the trailer's engaging, intriguing. This is kind of like moving up my list of most anticipated movies. I am pretty hyped for it. It could be one of my most anticipated horror type films of the year. By the way, guys, if you are here, you just joined, you've been here, whatever that may be. We got a good amount of likes right now, but if you guys want to drop a like down below, that would be awesome. Support the channel, support the video, all them beautiful things. Samuel Prater says, thoughts on Manscaped? Well, I wouldn't know, Sam. Again, my belly is hairy. I don't know if you guys needed to know that. You probably didn't want to know that, but it is, which is why I'm not going to show it. Have you seen Perfect Days? Yes, I did see Perfect Days. I liked it a lot. Did I love it overwhelmingly like a lot of people did? No, but I liked Perfect Days. I liked the Teacher's Lounge quite a bit, and Il Capitano. I haven't seen that one. So, but Perfect Days was good. I was a little late to the game on both of them, but I got them both in time for voting purposes. But yeah, they weren't amongst my best of the year. Jed Parker says, hello again, Austin. Hello, Jed. Church Salome says pelt. And Samuel Prater says pelt. Very insightful. Thank you so much. If anyone wants to join in on the pelt, I would appreciate pelt. G. Colby, pelt. Austin, I missed some of the past live streams. Do you mock Wahlberg reacting to the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer? Listen, I don't even know what that is. All I know is my teddy bear and I were sitting at home. We were trying to enjoy this, and the thunderstorms hit. The lightning was scary, and Thunder Bros for life. That's where I'm at. By the way, if you haven't seen the Ted TV show, let me tell you, the movies were good. They were fine. They were funny. They're pretty good. I enjoyed them. This show is on another level. This show is hilarious from start to finish, and it's one of the best shows of the year so far. It may go down in one of my probably honorable mentions, but one of my favorite shows of the year so far. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'll be surprised if it doesn't end up somewhere near my top 10 list at the end of the year. So that's my little spiel for Ted, the TV show on Peacock. Was that right? That sounds right. What's your favorite movie that came out the same year you were born? Oh, let's see. That's easy. It's not easy because I don't remember. But I've got lists on Letterboxd. So I'm going to go to my Letterboxd. And if you haven't been paying attention to my Letterboxd, which why would you? That would be a weird thing to pay attention to. And frankly, I would probably judge you if you have. But if you haven't been paying attention, my favorites list, favorite movies of all time, that list has been expanding exponentially. And so we're getting close to a video of Austin's favorite movies of all time. Yes, I speak in third person because I'm a psychopath. And it's coming. Trust me. That's what she said. And so here's the dilemma that I'm dealing with. I actually switched this recently. So my 1995 list says Toy Story above 7. But recently I switched that. And so my favorite movie from 1995 was 7. Directed by David Fincher, my second favorite being Toy Story. Both of them in my top 20 films of all time. So 95 was a pretty good year. Like the company, good year. No, 95 was amazing. 7, Toy Story. I have Toy Story ranked number 20 right now on my all-time movie list. 7, number 15 on my all-time movie list. It's not at number 7. Apologies. Listen, both of those films amazing. Both of those films revolutionary, and they mean a lot to me, but I think the older I get, the more I prefer 7 than Toy Story, but they're both amazing. And Toy Story, I've seen that film probably 25 times, give or take. I mean, I watched it like 3 times a year when I was little. I don't know what to tell you. You just judged all of your Letterboxd fans. Yes, I did. I love you. I love you all. But absolutely, nearly 200. Right? Yeah, we're all the way at 200 right now, and I think we're going to be at like 225 by the time it's all said and done. Because there are still, I have about 15 films cranked up in the docket. Is that a word? To where I need to rewatch them before I place them on a list. One that I'm rewatching right now. I watched the first hour, and I had to take a little break yesterday, and is the whole Super Bowl thing, but I got to finish it. This will be my 3rd time watching it. Barry Lyndon, I know it's going to be on the list. Where is it going to be on the list? And so that's one. Amadeus is another that I want to get to again soon. I've only seen that one once. That was in my sophomore year of college. We watched it in film class, and it was spectacular. But I got to see it again, man. The older I get, the more my movie tastes change constantly. So 20-year-old Austin had different tastes than 24-year-old Austin. Now 28-year-old Austin, who knows? Cat in the Hat's the greatest movie of all time. That's where I'm at in my life. I've done lost it. Let's get to Ian. We've left Ian hanging long enough. First super chat of the day. We'll get to these other ones here in just a second. Ian, you're amazing. You're spectacular. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for supporting the channel with your love and your wallet. Hey, Austin, saw Zone of Interest. It's more a movie I admired than liked. I understand that. I really liked Zone of Interest, but I could see that, and that's partially why it was a little lower down on my Best Picture ranked list. Not sure if I will ever watch it again. Can't wait for Deadpool 3. What was your favorite trailer? Thanks for being awesome. Well, Ian, I actually answered this question in a YouTube short that I put out a little earlier, and so there's a little bit of a mysterious thing going on here. But you know what? You guys are here. You're hanging out with me. If you want to go watch my short, that'd be awesome. I would appreciate it. But let's go ahead and talk about my top 3 favorite trailers from yesterday. Now, the first one that I want to mention is one that wasn't in the top 3. That's Wicked. I don't have an attachment to... Oh, here we go. Thomas. Perfect. I was looking for this. I don't have an attachment to Wicked. And so I don't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I thought the teaser was cute. I don't know what to think about this movie yet. Maybe I'll be more excited. I think Ariana Grande is going to crush it. She looks like she's going to be great in the movie. But that's not my top 3 because, again, I don't have an attachment. It looks cute. Looks fun. Maybe it'll be great. Sure, it'll be great. Lots of fans. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. My top 3 were the Quiet Place teaser, 30-second spot. Day 1 looks epic. Very similar to the trailer that we recently got. Maybe I've already seen the teaser. Here's the thing. If it's a Super Bowl teaser or trailer, why are you releasing it 4 days before the Super Bowl? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Thank you, Deadpool and Planet of the Apes, for waiting to release their trailers until the day of. But even then, you got the 30-second spot, then you got the full trailer. Watch the full trailer online. Why are you going to make me do that? I don't know. But that being said, my number 3 is Quiet Place. Looks great. Can't wait for it. I love the other 2 Quiet Place movies. I think they're fantastic. Number two is Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3 looked great. It was definitely a tease. Now, it's a 2-minute tease, so it's a long tease. It's like, I'm not going to make that joke. It's a live stream. I don't want to do that. That's what she said, though. That's where I'll leave it at that. It's a long tease. And so, yeah, I wanted to see Wolverine. We know what Wolverine looks like. But here's my question. You know, if you're Disney, that everybody's already seen, at least on the Twitters and the Instagrams, and maybe this was more of a general public thing. The general public probably doesn't know what Wolverine looks like, but there's a lot of people that have seen the behind-the-scenes pictures, and heck, Ryan Reynolds put a picture on Instagram of those two walking side by side. So, I don't want to judge him too harshly, and I won't judge him too harshly because it's a teaser. That's what it's supposed to be. It's just a 2-minute and 20-second teaser that did showcase some awesome action, some great moments, comedy-wise. I think they're really going to make fun of Disney. I think they're really going to make fun of kind of where he is in the MCU right now, which is super cool. And I'm excited to see what they do as a company with this character. I'm also interested to see, are we going to get a Red Band trailer soon? Is that what we're doing here? Because Deadpool, I believe, deserves a Red Band trailer. He's not just a green band kind of guy. I've got to hear some swearing, some cursing. Cover your ears, kids, because the bad words are coming. Choo choo. And so, yeah, we'll get that eventually. My number 1 trailer is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I mean, this movie, I was worried. Wes Ball's our director. He directed the Maze Runner movies. He's good. He's fine. But I didn't know he had this in him. This teaser is fantastic. It's awesome. It was more of a trailer, to be honest with you. It was great. And you really get a feel for where they are right now in the world, how removed we are from Caesar's time. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of years in the future, which some people may not even know that by watching the trailer. But it is genuinely a great looking movie. I am nervous that I'm going to be drastically disappointed, but I'm getting my hopes up almost to the level of War. And War was Matt Reeves. And so my hype was through the roof for War for the Planet of the Apes. But Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes looks great. It looks great. And so that was my number 1. I thought that was the best constructed trailer of the night. Deadpool 2, Quiet Place 3. Twisters looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Maybe part of me believes that the movie could be atrocious. And so maybe that's why I didn't put it in my top 3. But just as a stupid trailer for what seems like a stupid concept, but could actually be a really fun movie. And we've had movies like that. It kind of reminds me of the feeling that I had going into Crawl. Do you remember Crawl a couple years ago? I'm like, this is going to be so dumb. And it actually ended up being pretty good. Now, different case here. It's a sequel as opposed to an original film. And, we're working off of what a lot of people consider a classic. And so, Twister, people love. I think it was pretty good, not great. But let me tell you, I'm in the camp of where I was with Crawl. Like, it's silly, it's dumb, but it could be pretty good. So I'm excited for Twisters. Wasn't in my top 3, not really a detriment. And again, Wicked, I have zero attachment to Wicked. But that trailer for the Pringles movie starring Chris Pratt, that's cute. That was fine. Yeah, I was a little underwhelmed by some of the commercials, but there were some bangers. The Michael Cera one was a banger. The Paramount Plus one that I saw before the Super Bowl, once again, that was a banger. Oh, my God. They didn't do the full thing, though. I wanted to hear Patrick Stewart sing Can You Take Me Higher while throwing Arnold at a cliff. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. Samuel Prater says, can I borrow $5? You can borrow all of my money that I make today. That was a joke. We'll see how it goes, Sam. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. The legend has returned. Rocky McFly is here. What's up, Rocky McFly? Thanks for being here. Thanks for leaving the super chat. I appreciate it. Rocky McFly says, Before Sunrise and Heat are my favorite movies of 1995. Both of those films, Rocky McFly. Actually, Heat is number 3. Before Sunrise is number 4 on my 1995 list. So both of those films are spectacular. I still would put 7 firmly above both of those movies. Toy Story, nostalgia, quality, all of those things. But they're all 4 bangers. I mean, we could sit here and argue the minutia of those 4 movies all day, and none of us, we would both lose because they're all 4 spectacular movies. So again, 1995, great year for film. Heat is it's funny. I just recently rewatched Heat to prepare for my all-time list. Definitely in it. I believe it made top 70, top 60. And Before Sunrise is within the top 100 somewhere. So I actually prefer Before Sunset. But I think they're both amazing. They're both 5-star movies. Heat's a 5-star movie. 7's a 5-star movie. We could, they're all 5-star movies. They're amazing. Next super chat of the day from Dan. Hello, Dan. My wife and I are booking a trip to Hawaii next month as the last trip, oh boy, before baby number 1 comes. Dan, and there's no way you would have known this. And so, hang on. There's a war going on. Bustin' Ark says, give me that monetization, boy. And then the real Austin Burke says, imposter. So listen, I don't know what's going on, but that guy in that photo looks really familiar. There are a lot of imposters here. Who knows? Maybe I'm not the real Austin Burke. At this point, I'm starting to question my own sanity. All right, you guys are going to make me lose my freaking mind. I don't know who I am anymore. Don't trust this man. Maybe that's the real Austin Burke. But Bustin' Ark is very convincing. I won't lie to you. That's a very creative way to do it. There's a GIF of me online that says Bustin' Ark. Don't know why. There is. Back to Dan. That's funny that you say that, Dan. That's exactly what my wife and I did. Like almost to a T. We technically went to Hawaii, and then we're like, okay, let's we're doing the whole baby thing. We're going to try for the whole baby thing. And it just happened really quick, right? But that's kind of the same thing we did. So Hawaii was our last big trip before Riley joined the family. She's so cute. I love her. When you went, where did you stay? Any other recommendations? I can't remember the name of the actual hotel that we stayed in this last time. I know we were 1.2 miles inland. No, we were 0.6 miles inland, and then 1.2 miles was one of the places that we went to a lot. We were pretty far inland, but it was a really beautiful place. I'll have to find the name. I'll ask my wife next time I do a live stream, Dan. Remind me, but I'll find the name. But before that, 8, 10, 12, it was a long time ago. When was 2008? How long ago? Oh my God. That was longer than that. 16 years? Jeez. Good Lord. I stayed at the Rainbow Hotel, the Hilton Rainbow Hotel. Beautiful place. Next to in Honolulu, next to Waikiki Beach. You get your own portion of the beach. I would recommend that. It's a little more pricey than the place that my wife and I stayed, but beautiful. And then there's a lot of things. We did a cruise, a sunset cruise, where there were some drinks on the cruise. So that's the kind of thing that is. We did one of those boat tours where you could look underneath the boat and see all the fish swimming. That was amazing, spectacular. You got to go to all the spots with the shave ice and the fancy restaurants and the great. Look up breakfast restaurant recommendations, and I think the number 1 and 2 on the list, we hit both of them. They were spectacular. So yeah, lots of places you can go, but I would recommend definitely do a sunset cruise with some some drinks, because that makes it more fun, doesn't it? Yeah, it makes it so much more fun. I say Thank you for the super chat donations. Thank you, guys. That's me that said that. I said that. Team Rainbow says, identity theft is not a joke, Jim. All right? This is not a joke. By the way, did you guys see the trailer for John Krasinski's new movie? And they brought in, I think it's Randall Park. I think that's his name. They brought in Randall Park to be Jim. So they literally brought in the Jim that plays Jim from the... It was so good. It was so meta. Ryan Reynolds, your marketing will never be topped. It was amazing. Austin, will you put more Stephen A. Smith memes in your videos? And have you seen him answer random questions on Twitter? G. Colby B, yes. I have. It's hilarious. I just saw the Shrek versus Sully debate on who he'd rather have in about a basketball team. Oh, it was so funny. It was so good. It was so good. Yes, more Stephen A. Smith memes. Believe it or not, some of those memes get like copyright hit. There's one that's the 10 seconds long with the music playing. That one gets you copyright hit. So I learned from my mistakes on some of those memes. But the shorter ones, baby, you know I'm going to bring in Stephen A. Smith. That's my guy. That's my guy. Dan, I know there's a sushi place. I don't know what it was called, but it's right in the middle of town. Just look up Great Sushi in on Waikiki in Honolulu. Hopefully you'll find it. It was spectacular. I don't remember the names of these places. Here's the thing. My wife planned this trip from start to finish from 0:00 until the final second of the trip was planned, was schemed. My wife is a schemer. She plans things. I don't plan things. I didn't plan a bit. She planned it. It was amazing, but she knows all the names. So I'll bring her on here one day. That may be may be great. But the real Austin Burke says, don't believe anything this guy says. Listen, I don't know who to believe at this point. I thought I was me. It turns out I'm actually not me, and I am actually sad that I'm not me. And frankly, my back itches right now, and I can't reach it because I just started doing gym things again. I started doing gym. He's cool. And then my arms hurt. You know when you do your first workout in a while and your arms hurt really bad? And I can't bend it all the way out. So I'm in pain right now. So I can't scratch that spot on my back. So if you see me doing this during this stream, I just start scratching. And you guys are like, what's wrong with this guy? The multiverse be going crazy with Austin and Austin. This is basically an MCU movie happening before your very eyes. The next super chat from ya boy, Rocky McFly. Rocky McFly. Thanks for being here, Rocky. You're amazing. I think they put the Quiet Place trailer a few days earlier because they didn't want to be overshadowed by the Deadpool trailer. That's a good point. It's a very good point. Rocky, I think I'm with you on that. It's a great way to phrase it. I would say, if I had to guess, because you go against Deadpool, that's stiff competition. That's stiff competition, and I genuinely believe that that might be the case, to be honest with you. So a teaser's a good way to do it. The Quiet Place trailer came out a few days ago. It was awesome, but just that teaser, a little bit of a different feel to it. Pretty similar footage, but man, that was really, this movie could genuinely be great, like really great. And it feels like nobody's talking about the new Quiet Place film, at least as much as they are Deadpool or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. But I love your point. I think that is the case now that I'm thinking about it. Very, very cool. Austin, have you ever been to London before? My family is going at the end of May. Lyndon, I've been to London, Kentucky. That's the extent of my London knowledge. No, I've never been to London. I don't even have a passport right now, so I guess I got to work on that because maybe at some point I'll go abroad. abroad. Yeah, I haven't been to London. My wife really wants to travel to Europe at some point, not specifically London, but just parts of Europe and different places and locations. I would love to go. I've always wanted to go to Ireland or Scotland. I think that would be beautiful. But we're going to work our way out there. We're going to go West Coast. We're going to go to the Rockies. That's where Madison grew up. She grew up in Utah, funny enough. Born in Alabama, grew up in Utah. Now she lives in Kentucky. She's been everywhere. Damon says, hashtag get Austin a passport 2024. Yeah, I got it. If you guys can work on that for me, that would be awesome. Instead of super chatting me, give me a passport. So I don't think you can do that without my information. Steal it. Also, congrats on Zach Pope for getting married. Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome, man. Listen, it's a big deal. It's the best day of your life. Well, not anymore. When my daughter was born, don't know if it's the best day of my life anymore. Tied for the best day of my life. But boy, goes by quick, really quick. And so I'm sure like a flash, Zach Pope was married before he knew it. But congratulations to him. I've still not met Zach in real life. I'd love to meet him. I feel like all my other YouTube buddies have met him. I'd love to meet him. Seems like a great guy. Huge congratulations. Damon says, I need your social security number and mother's maiden name. Damon, I'll work on that for you. I'll find her maiden name. Is that like her nickname? Is that like my mom's nickname? Because my mom's name is Tina and her nickname's just Tina. So, Tina. Funny enough, my mom's name is spelled T-E-N-A. So I guess technically that would be Tina. Yeah, the more you know. Get Austin's info, guys. Yeah, if you guys want to, that'd be great. If you guys want to leave your parents' debit card numbers, don't forget the 3 digits on the back. You guys ever seen that meme? If you haven't, you're probably confused. Hello, Austin. Hello. Thanks for being here. We're talking movies. We're talking trailers. We're talking Super Bowl. Did anybody ever have... No, maiden name is her last name before marrying. No, it's not. It's nickname, right? Because if it was her last name before marrying, I'd actually have to give out that information. We're not going to do that. We're going to give you my mom's nickname, which is Tina. That's what my friend Chris used to call her. He'd say, Tina. If you guys ever see my mom, just say that to her. Just really weird like that. She would probably laugh, maybe. I don't know, be confused. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was actually not a movie, and it was actually not a movie, and anyone who says they watched it is an illusion. Nothing, Nowhere, Never is the movie you all watched. Wouldn't that be funny if it was just not even real? If it just didn't exist? That would be amazing. I felt that way after the first time watching it. It was so crazy. I'd never seen anything like it. It was actually spectacular. The whole experience as a whole. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching me. See you guys later. I'm just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. Lyndon says, I'm going to San Diego with my dad for spring break. That's cool. I've never wanted to really go to San Diego, but that's cool. That's awesome. I've heard, yeah, you know what? I'm lying to you. I've never heard anything about San Diego, but hopefully it's cool. Hopefully it's fun. Oh shoot. We should have said that to her last night. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Robert, can you expand on what that means? Because my father would not take that nonsense. Everybody, pause. G. Colby P. brings up a great point. It's Madam Web week, baby. Let's go. Where's the Spider-Man? I got a Spider-Man hat or a mask around here somewhere. Where's the Spider-Man mask? Where's the Spider-Man mask? It's around here something. You know what I'll do? First of all, I got a Green Goblin pop figure sitting here. Isn't it? You know what I mean? It's so great. I will wear, let's see, if I can get, we've got 47 likes. If I get, which, wouldn't make a lot of sense because there's only 42 viewers right now. If I can get 60 likes and see how many more super chats. I don't know. 2 more super chats. Then I will, I'll wear my Spider-Man mask during my Madam Web review. Probably not the whole time, but I will wear it. And my head's probably too big for it at this point. That's the crazy thing. So I don't even know if it'll fit, but I'll try to, I will make it fit. That's what she said. I will make it work. We will make it work. DJC says, let's get this to 700 likes. Yes, we got to do it. And maybe, just maybe, I'll even put it in the thumbnail. Well, God, man, I don't know if it's going to fit my head. Genuinely. Lennon brings up a great point. He was in the Amazon with my mom, and when she was researching, oh God, I can't even say it all, man. It's so much. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died. I can't wait for this movie. I can't wait for this movie. It's going to be either, yeah, it was fine, or it's going to be the worst movie of the year. There's no in between. It's brilliant. Oh, God, it's so brilliant. Collie, Wally, Austin, I'm starving. The one thing that can aid my hunger are some horror movies that take place in haunted forests. What would you recommend? Oh, man. What's the one on Netflix? And I know you guys will get this. That's why I have you only to answer this one question. What's the one on Netflix with the big freaky looking deer creature? That's the one I would recommend. That's the one I would recommend. What's the one? You guys know this. You know this. The one with the freaky looking deer creature. What is it? What is it? Rest. No. Rot in the woods. Evil. Woods creature. It was a horror movie. It was really scary. I thoroughly enjoyed it that year. I gave it a pretty good. Not Sweet Tooth. It was a freaky looking deer creature. If you type in best Netflix horror movies, this one will probably, oh man, it's killing me right now. I'm going to have to Google it. Also, we just got a super chat. I want to have to do The Wretched. No, not The Wretched. What was it? Let's do best Netflix. Somebody's going to get it. Horror movie. Somebody said Shrek. Oh, it was me that said Shrek. Horror movies. It was in. Oh, come on. What was it? Not Leave a World Behind. Not Antlers. The Ritual. Boom, baby. Let's see if that's right. I think that's right. Is that it? That's it. The Ritual. Yes. And there is a creature that there is a creature in that movie that will scare the living you-know-what out of you. And so, who asked that? Was it Collie? I think it was Collie. Yeah, Collie. Go watch The Ritual, man. Look, it's not a perfect film by any means. It was good. Actually, I really enjoyed it. But man, that is one. That's one that just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away with its ending and its horror and scared me to death. So if you're looking for great scares, I would say go watch The Ritual on Netflix. Why am I blurry? Here, let's fix that. Can we zoom in on me real quick? There we go. Now I'm clear. Okay. Thank you. The Shrek Lost in the Forest. Barbarian. There you go. That's a good one. Guys had good guesses, though. Very, very good guesses. Cats. It was indeed Cats. And Homies for Life says, let's make this guy wear a mask that might not, can't fit his head. Give this man 800 likes. Thank you, guys. Listen, you're amazing. I appreciate it. We're at 53. But, and I'll get back to some of these other super chats here in just a second. Collie, thank you for the super chat once again. Shelly, you didn't have to do that. Shelly, you're the sweetest. You're the best. You're amazing. Your donation and your contribution means a lot to the channel. Just beautiful. Thank you so much. Shelly got it. That's it. We don't even need any more likes. That's it. You guys don't like this video anymore. I'm just kidding. No, the likes would still help. Shelly with the super chat is asking, can this count as two super chats? Yes, it can. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the donation. Shelly's the MVP of the day. Everybody give Shelly an imaginary round of applause. Well, you may actually be clapping, but I can't hear it, so I'm just going to imagine it. Let's go with it. See, I imagine it. So thank you guys so much for the super chat. Shelly, thank you for the contribution. Damon said, you heard the man. Start disliking. No, please. YouTube needs it. Feed the algorithm. Feed it. It's hungry. Shelly, you're awesome. Thank you so much. That counts. And so here's what we're doing. I say, if I get 2 more likes, I'll give myself a wedgie. I didn't say that, but I did say that. But I didn't say that. But technically I said it, but I didn't say it. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so confused. Who is me? I don't even know who I am anymore. It's an identity crisis. Just so you guys know, this isn't one of those, what's the Stanley Cups? This is a very cheap ripoff that my wife bought me because we like to save money, live better. Walmart. That's there you go. I don't like Walmart. But yeah, listen, Shell, you're awesome. So I will be wearing my Spider-Man mask during my Madam Web. Oh God, why did I do this to myself? Okay, but I just don't know if it's going to fit. So if it doesn't fit, it's just going to be a really awkward fitting Spider-Man mask. I may have to get a haircut. That's probably what it's going to come down to, is Austin getting a haircut. Movie that would have worked better as a TV show from Fred. Very good. Very good. Yeah, look. Oh, and we got 60 likes? Ayo! Oppen homies, I'm the real Austin Burke. Come on. Oppen homies, are you? I genuinely don't know anymore. I love this question, Fred. Movie that would have worked better as a TV show. Didn't I just have this example? You know what? We'll start here. I loved the film. Loved the movie. Killers of the Flower Moon. I think it would have benefited from an episodic structure to tell the story that they needed to tell with even more. And look, we got a lot. We got 3.5 hours, but I think we could have even used more, right? From that massive, gigantic, huge story. And, you know, it's already 3.5 hours long. Why not just make that into a television show? And I'm not saying the movie's bad. It was in my top 15 movies of last year. I loved it, obviously. But I think that could have benefited from being a TV show. Another film from last year, and I feel even stronger about this one, Napoleon. Napoleon would have worked way better as a series because that's actually a movie where I could feel things missing. I felt things missing from Napoleon. I genuinely did. And yeah, we're going to get the director's cut, and then we're going to get, okay, sure. Ridley Scott, knock it out. I know you will, but I think it could have benefited from being a TV show. I genuinely believe that. So Fred, great question. I know I went recent movies, but these are things that are fresh on the brain. Those are my 2 answers. Michael Clayton's a good answer. I don't hate that answer. There are some other things. Gosh, could I pull an older film that could have worked better as a TV show? Yeah, I want to think of older, longer movies, but you don't want to strip apart a 2001. You don't want to strip apart Barry Lyndon. You don't want to. It's hard to come up with older films. Maybe. Did you guys ever see the movie Election from Alexander Payne? I think that could have worked really well as a fun little schlocky, darker TV show. That's random. But yeah, Alexander Payne's Election, I think, would have worked as a little TV miniseries, fun HBO type special. I know that was, I think, 1999. But yeah, that'd be good. That'd be really good. Lyndon, and we got some more super chats that we're going to get to here in a second. I would have wanted to see Boys in the Boat as a miniseries. I like that answer. That's a good answer. I really like that. And I think Shelly said, you didn't say where you would wear it. It can be a necklace or something like that. Shelly, look at you finding loopholes. I love that. Shelly's finding me loopholes, guys. Listen, if we're finding loopholes, you guys are going to have to find a way to counteract those loopholes because she is right. I could wear the mask as a necklace so I don't have to put it on my face because it's going to be ever so slightly too small for my big head. My head's so big. I knew when my daughter was born, she'd have a big head. And it's actually not as big as I thought it would be. But when she was born, it was in like the 67th percentile, which isn't crazy. But I'm like, I knew it would be in at least the 60th percentile because I have a big head. My wife has a big head. And together we made a big-headed baby. It's a large head. My head's large. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing for my head being too big. It just means I have a big brain. That's not what it means. Austin, you seen the set photos for Daredevil Born Again? I'm so excited. I am really excited for this. I love how it's just kind of turned into a Daredevil season 4. That's awesome. I love how it seems like they've scrapped some of the stuff that they were doing before, and it just didn't seem like the best idea. And I'm like, why are they doing that? That's awesome. I don't like how many set photos I'm seeing. And I'm not even choosing to see them. I'm just kind of seeing them on my timeline. And I'm like, guys, I'm not going to tell you what I've seen, but it's beyond Daredevil in the suit. It's like things that happen to characters. It's bad guys in their suits. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I miss the days where things were just left up to mystery. I genuinely miss that. And so it's awesome. It's exciting. I can't wait for the show. It's a bummer getting things spoiled for me on my Twitter timeline. And even if I mute the words, which I've tried to do, people just post the pictures and they won't put anything. And so it's like, how do I stop that? I could get off Twitter, or X, as some people call it, but that doesn't help my addiction. So what do? I don't know. I have no clue. Sorry. Great question, though. Lyndon says, if you do travel, where's the first place you and your family are traveling? Lyndon, with the amazing question. So I've been to a lot of places in the States, and I've been to a lot of places ever so slightly outside of the States, like Hawaii. But beyond that, I mentioned in Ireland, Scotland, all of those things. Dubai would be cool, I guess, to visit. I don't know if I want to live there. I've always wanted to go to, like, man, there's so many places. I think going to Japan just to experience it would be sweet. I mean, it would be very difficult when it comes to, like, communications, because I only speak one language, so it would be very tough to... I would like to go with someone who knew their way around Japan, like who knew all the spots to hit, because I see pictures and I see all these things and I'm like, that is a technologically incredible looking place. And so I would love to see that. That would be really cool. I think it would be really cool, but I meant it. Also Egypt. I think it'd be really cool to visit Egypt. But I meant it when I said I really, really want to visit, like, Ireland and Greenland and Scotland. Not Greenland. Why would I say Greenland? Ireland and Scotland. I think those two places would be, because I got a little bit of Irish in me. And so, you know, that could be why I'm so lucky. I'm not lucky. But that's partially why I would love to do it. Also, I'm part Scottish. So there you go, if that matters. Yeah, but yeah, I think those are the two places that I've always kind of just wanted to go, just to see, just to check it out, man. Check it out. We want 2 Ds on Charlie Cox's chest. Oh, the Daredevil. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. That's, of course. Yeah, Daredevil. That's what you meant. Daredevil. Agree with you, Austin. I hate the leak after leak after leaks. I miss how, I miss the days where we just weren't getting leaks. And if we were, there would at least be kind of a warning, you know, and that all changed when Twitter and all these things came around. Now, part of it's my fault because I'm on Twitter. But I've got to keep up with the news, not necessarily the leaks. I've got to keep up with the news because of what I do. I run a channel. I got to stay in the know, be in the now. I also have a sports obsession. And so I'm always looking at football stuff, which is why I'm on Twitter. That's not stopping anytime soon. And then it's good for movie information. It's good for knowledge. And it's good to get on there and argue with Browns fans. It's just really good because I always win the arguments and it's great. But genuinely... I wish we wouldn't get as many leaks. Nowadays, it just feels like it's too much. It really does. I thought you were about to ban me for 2 seconds. No, hasta la vista, baby. I'm just messing with you. I would never ban you for the 2 Ds on Charlie Cox's chest. Sit back and think about that. G. Colby P says, not the D's you're thinking. I'm sorry, G. Colby P. Oh, boy. Oh no. What are we doing? Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, R.I.P. Andre Brower? I still can't believe he's not with us anymore. That was a tragic loss. Let's call a spade a spade. That's a tragic loss. Yeah, he's awesome. Brooklyn Nine-Nine's great. You know, I didn't see the final 2 or 3 seasons, but I did watch first several seasons. Hilarious. So many great moments. I love Sam Burke. He's amazing. Jacoby B said, yeah, nasty. I am not on Twitter, but I saw the leaks from YouTube video clips. See, that's a different source from where I was seeing it. That just tells me, man, they are everywhere. They are everywhere. X, formerly Twitter, is a terrible new name. It sounds like something for adults only. I agree. It's stupid. I refuse to call it X. I'm not doing it. Not happening. Fred, you should host your own Oscars with your own categories, with the super chat, by the way, Fred with the super chat, with your own categories and your own nominees and winners to celebrate your own favorite movie performances of 2023. That's fun. That's fun, Fred. You know, if you go back a few years, I did the Flick Fan Awards, and the Flick Fan Awards were awards that you all voted on. And I had different YouTubers come on and announce the nominees, announce the winners. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad thing to bring back one day. I don't know. Maybe we're too late in the game to do it this year. But for 2024, I think the Flick Fan Awards might need to make a comeback, which would technically be 2025, but we would do it in January. I don't know. I love it. I love the idea to bring that back, Fred. So if you go back a couple years, you'll find that's the first time I interacted with a lot of YouTubers. I think I interacted with Sean. I interacted with Epic Voice Guy, who did the narration for me. That was fun. It's the guy who does movie trailers now. That's pretty sweet. And I had some really cool peeps on the channel. That was also the first time I interacted with 3C Films. I reached out to 3C and I said, hey, I know you don't know me, but will you do this for me? And we formed a bond and a friendship through that. So, hey, maybe the Flick Fan Awards should make a comeback this year. All right, guys. I love it. I love it. We may bring that back. Fred, thanks for bringing that up. I love it. Michael. Hey, Austin, did you hear what happened with The Rock returning to WWE and the controversy surrounding him taking Cody's spot? So I'm not firmly entrenched in the WWE world, but I have been keeping up with this because it's a pretty big deal, and it's all over my Twitter feed. Here's what I think. There is a term in wrestling, and again, not big into wrestling right now, but there's a term in wrestling called going heel. Am I right about that? Heel, not Heal, as in he's healing people. Kind of like Jesus. No, going heel, and that's what it feels like The Rock is doing. And so I think this is, just from what it seems, this has all been a swift move of The Rock coming in, taking the spotlight, when in actuality, I think at the end of the day, you're going to see Cody come in and get his due. Now, it may take a bit, may take a couple of months, and I don't know if it's going to be an immediate satisfaction for fans, but I think Cody's going to get his due. I think the Rock knows what he's doing. Did you see the press conference? I saw clips. I saw a clip of somebody getting slapped and The Rock getting all mad and bleeping out some curse words. I think this is all strategic. I think they know that fans want to see Cody get his due. And this is, again, outsider's perspective, but I like the move. I know fans are freaking out because they're like, Cody this, Cody that. That's cool, man. They're bringing something fresh to WWE right now and making one of the biggest stars in the world turn into the bad guy. I think it's a good mood, man. A good move. again, this is me talking about something that I don't know a lot about. So don't take what I say. When I talk about the NFL, I know about the NFL. When I talk about this, I don't know a lot about this. Michael says, he's finishing the story. Just wanted your thoughts. Yeah, it's interesting, Michael. It really is interesting. I like the move. I like the move. It's a cool move. Have you seen the Bob Marley movie? No, my screening was tonight in Nashville. Didn't really want to drive to Nashville this week and make a big long trip next week. And so I'm skipping it tonight, unfortunately. But I'm excited to see it. I'll see Madam Web Wednesday. I'll see Bob Marley probably Thursday or Wednesday night. Maybe I'll go Wednesday night. But it's Valentine's Day. I got to do something with my wife this week. You know, we got to celebrate someday. So maybe Bob Marley's going to have to just freaking hold your horses because Daddy's got to get to Madam Web. Will Madison dress up as Madam Web with you and 3C as Spider-Man? Well, she probably won't, to be honest with you, because she watched that trailer and she's watching the trailers with me and she's like, this looks so bad. so I think she's in the camp of, yeah, this looks terrible. Maybe it's not going to be great, but hey, I'm holding out hope that the movie's going to be good. I'm holding out hope. Am I confident? Dune was such a crap. Why did you say such a crap? Only Indians rated it so high because the reviews were all from bots. First of all, that's a weird thing to say, and it doesn't make any sense because critics rated it high. and then I know a lot of people that aren't Indian who loved it. And I'm not even talking critics. I'm talking like my parents in Kentucky like the movie. They just watched it for the first time. So this is a very baseless, weird, and frankly dumb thing to say. So I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for watching. But this got to be the dumbest. That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's probably just here to get my reaction. And it's working. So that's a weird thing to say. That doesn't even make sense. Indians rated it high. Where are you on, the drugs? Is there a drug thing? He's drunk. He's drunk, dude. So that wasn't you. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Well, if it was, that's you, but it wasn't you. I am so confused. Bro, Dune is peak. It's the next Star Wars Lord of the Rings. Yeah, and so just a weird, I don't know, man. I don't know. That was weird. It's pretty weird. Nuclear Venom 35. Thoughts on the Deadpool 3 trailer? Well, Nuke, we were talking about it when the stream first started, but you left a super chat. I can't leave you hanging. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was the perfect definition of a tease. I mean, it was a tease. It's what a tease is supposed to be. Now, still, the decision not to show Wolverine, I'm like, we've already seen Wolverine. We know what he looks like. We've seen the picture that Ryan Reynolds posted. Why would you not show Wolverine? Okay, fine. But they showed us just enough to kind of wet the palate and get everybody kind of psyched, kind of excited. So even more excited than we already were. And I love the action scenes that they showed us. Some of those camera movements were great. I think Sean's a really a fun choice as a director. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but it looks like it's going to work. I hope this isn't a bust. If this is a bust, there will be sadness. But I'm very excited. To check this movie out. And the teaser did exactly what it needed to do, to be honest with you. Frankie the Beastmaster, happy 29th birthday, Aussie. It's not my birthday yet, Frankie, but I appreciate it. It's very sweet. My birthday's in July, but I will be 29 this year. Holy crap. That's, yeah. I'm going to be like Bo Burnham on my 29th birthday, just kind of sitting there and examining my life. If you guys are 30, how does it feel? Do you feel any different? Because I've already, the last 6 months, I've been through so many illnesses and I've had so many issues. And I'm like, is it just because I'm getting old? Is that what it is? I'm 28. This is supposed to be my peak, my prime. And I feel like I feel like I've been like my back's been stepped on by Thanos. It hurts. It absolutely hurts. So, listen, I am. Chico B says, "You're old, Austin." I know. You look 25. Thank you. Asim says you look 38 and drunk. That's fine. I probably do. I'm almost there, man. I'm almost there. I'm almost to 38. Just 10 more years. Who is this dude? What's you said sorry, good reaction, and then you look 38 and drunk. So I'm so confused. I think you're more confused than I am, to be honest with you. Austin, will you ever do a top 10 Avatar: The Last Airbender episodes when the live action series comes out? That's not a bad idea, Jacoby P. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I think that'd be fun. Gosh, that's next week. That's next week. That's a big deal. Oh, baby, I'm scared. Frankie says, I'm not 18 yet. Enjoy your life, because by the time you get 18, you're going to blink and you're going to be 28 and you're going to say, where did the time go? I have a kid and a wife. It's terrifying and slightly concerning that it's moved as quick as it actually has. Please enjoy high school. When I was in high school, I'm like, this is stupid. I hate it. And not to say I had a bad high school life. High school was good to me. I was prom king. I was Mr. Pikeville High School. I was all those things. But I'm like, this is stupid. But now I'm looking back. I'm like, man, high school was really fun. or college was great. I missed that. It's like you don't appreciate it while you're there. You don't know you're in the good times until, what did Andy say in The Office? You don't know you're in the good times until they're already gone. It's true. Andy was speaking facts. Absolutely. Man, I love my life as a teenager. Frankie, yes, that's the attitude to have. When you get into those big moments, scary moments, even if something goes wrong, just remember, first of all, you're young. You're not going to care in 5 years. Second of all, if it goes right, it's going to be an everlasting memory, and it's going to be amazing. So don't let being, anxiety ridden and scared all through high school. Don't let that stop you. Go, baby. Do it. No, high school sucks. It only sucks, Jacoby P, for the people that didn't go out and actively embarrass themselves every single day. Because that's what I did. No, I wouldn't recommend that either. I only did it, and it worked because I had an outlet in my school news show. And so that's why it worked for me. But if you just do that, people will probably think you're weird. And that's fine. They thought I was weird. It worked, though. No, I get it, Jacoby P. The work sucks. The school part sucks. Did you say Pikeville High School is in Pikeville, Kentucky? I have family from down there. Yeah. Internatement. Yeah. Yeah, Pikeville. That's where I grew up. Grew up in Pikeville. I went to Pikeville High School. Graduated back in 2013. Mm-hmm. That was it, baby. We started the school news show. And I think when my teacher retired last year, the news show went with her. So that sucks. Love Miss Prater. I got a great question here. Thanks for the wisdom, old man. You're welcome. Anytime. I love this. I love this question from Nuclear Venom. The next super chat, maybe the final super chat of the day. We'll see. But it's really, I mean, I have to think about it. If you could have coffee with any actor, director who's alive or dead, who'd you have coffee with? All right, so you said actor or director, but let's go actor and director. The first one, we'll start with actor. As much as I've always been a Jim Carrey just nut growing up, like I love Jim Carrey growing up. I loved his movies. As I got older, I realized what an impact Robin Williams had on my life in terms of his comedy, but also his more serious performances, and my love and affection for Good Will Hunting, and seeing him through the years, and just the tragic passing, just kind of the extra emotional layer on top. I'd probably say Robin Williams, to sit down and have a conversation of just like, what gave you the motivation do what you did and spread all the kindness that you did. And I'd love to have that conversation. So I would say Robin Williams would be my actor. My director. Well, you know the two it's between. I don't have to. I guess at this point after Oppenheimer, I would lean Nolan. I would lean Christopher Nolan because I just love to pick his brain. I would love to try to get an idea as to why he makes the movies that he makes and why he does the things that he does, if that makes sense. And I think that would be very insightful. And not that I ever want to be a director. It'd be cool, but it's not like something I'm shooting for right now. But that would give me I think having just a cup of coffee with Christopher Nolan would give me just all the motivation I needed to go out and make a movie. You know what I mean? I think that would be so cool. So it's an amazing question. And if I sit here and think too long, I'm going to start bringing up other actors and other directors. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say Robin Williams, actor, Christopher Nolan, director. Obviously, Denis Villeneuve's in there. But Williams and Nolan would be my two. Who would your alls be, though? Who's somebody you'd like to sit down and just have a cup of coffee with? Do you even like coffee? Would you order a hot chocolate? Would you get some tea? I don't know. Can't answer that. I'm not you. Wow, guys, thank you so much for being here. First of all, 69 likes, amazing number. It couldn't get any better than that. Frankly, I wish I could say I wanted it to stop right there, but if we got to 70 likes today, that would be pretty great. So thanks for being here. Thanks for doing that. I hope you don't see what's going on in your 2024 list. Oh no, what are people doing? Okay, I saw the word mommy. Oh no. If Madam Web turns out, are we talking about Dakota Fanning? I'm scared. I don't want to know. I just saw the word mommy and I'm very scared. So is she mommy? We'll find out on Wednesday if she is indeed mommy. Are we talking coffee like they do in Luke Cage? Yes, 100%. We'll be live on my birthday next month. Very cool. Birthday next month. That's exciting. That's something to be excited about. Austin, will you cover the first Twister before you see Twisters? Well, I definitely, Billy, 100% will need to do a Twister rewatch because, again, it's a movie that I enjoy, but I'm not like over the moon about Twister or Over the Farm because the tornado and the cow. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to rewatch it. I probably won't do a video, but hey, a Letterboxd review is not out of the cards. So we'll definitely be talking about the first Twister, and I'll cover that, my thoughts on it, in the Twisters review as well. But we'll definitely have to get a rewatch. Madam Web Week, baby. Here we go. Well, I would have loved to have coffee with Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, you can have Denis. I'll take Chris. But man, ask me tomorrow. I may switch. I may go Denis tomorrow. That's just two great, spectacular directors. Would love to pick their brain. My birthday is next month. Let's go, baby. March is a birthday month for a lot of people in this chat. That's amazing. Are you excited for the best film of the year, Mickey's Mousetrap? Oh boy, I don't know. It's like how could this all get worse than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I don't know. And Aaron says, did you ever watch a movie instead of reading the book in school? Great vids. Yes, I did. I actually wasn't like, I didn't read the Harry Potter books before I saw Harry Potter. And so I went into Harry Potter like not really knowing that much about him, other than the fact that all the girls in my school were obsessed with Harry Potter. And I'm like, what is this? Like, I know what it is, but what is it? And so I have a huge connection to the movies. And at this point, I've only read 2 of the books. So, and I didn't have any of them when I was a kid. And so, yeah, that's a big franchise to go into the movies and not the books. And it's funny, my wife, she was a big Lord of the Rings gal, but she read the books and watched the movies, or the book and watched the movies, and loves the movies more than the book. But her dad loves the book more than the movie. So it's interesting. Sometimes you get different perspectives and completely different opinions. And, I'm hearing more now than ever that people loved the books and didn't like the Harry Potter movies. And I'm like, really? Because growing up, it was like, if you love the book, you love the movie. Now it's like, we love the books, but they could do a lot more with the movie. So, all right, that kind of shocked me, surprised me a little bit. Do you like Ed Sheeran's music? Yeah, I do. I'm not like an Ed Sheeran super fan or anything like that, but I really like Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran. Sharon, I'm so confused. That kind of works. This is like Ozzy Osbourne glasses. Sharon, I'm so confused. I'm a big Fall Out Boy fan. And I only say that because A, I have 2 Fall Out Boy pop figures. B, I get to see Fall Out Boy in concert next month. Boom, baby. Boom. My wife got me tickets for Christmas. Boom. Fall Out Boy, baby. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, I loved it. I loved her giving me the tickets. I haven't been to the concert yet, but I can't wait for the concert. Oh my God. When they sing Sugar, We're Going Down, I'm going to be levitating my body. It's going to be like Doctor Strange. I'm going to be looking down at my body and celebrating and singing. And oh my God. Listen, 8th grade Austin with his hair slightly over his eye. That was my 1-year dark phase. My emo Peter Parker era. It was great. And Fall Out Boy became a staple in my life. That's where it was. That's where it was. Thanks for answering. Of course, I think Twisters will blow us away. Not literally. Well, if it does literally, it seems like we'll have an issue there. Although that would make for a more immersive experience. So maybe it will. Listen, guys, I told my wife I'd be down here for an hour. And once again, as always, Austin, you nutball, I've been here for an hour and 17 minutes. I'm a psycho. I need to be more honest with my wife and say, listen, honey, I'm just going to be down there for eternity, forever, and that's just the way it's going to be. But listen, I want to say thank you all for the amazing questions today. Genuinely, Fall Out Boy is similar to Coldplay for me, as I prefer their 2000s music over their more recent stuff. I don't know, man. That cover that Fall Out Boy just did. I don't know the new lyrics. That's a banger. That's a banger. That's a banger. I love it. I love them. I'm biased. I'm very biased, G. Colby P. But listen, you guys are amazing. Sorry. One more. Jack's Pool. Can you answer before wrapping up? Do you know about how bad Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is doing and how it disrespects Batman? Honestly, I don't know a lot about it. I've seen a couple of scenes, couple of things. I saw that they did a tribute to Kevin Conroy, which is pretty cool. But I also know I know what happens to Batman in the game. I just don't really know how. And so, yeah, I can't really speak a lot about that, to be honest with you, because I'm not super entrenched in video game world because, movies takes up all my time. But yeah, it's interesting to see all the fights online. Kali Wally says, wait, didn't you survive an actual tornado in theater? I did. Watching the Nicolas Cage movie. What was the Nicolas Cage movie? Golly, I've seen so many movies, it just starts getting in my brain. And Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I was terrified. My wife and I were both terrified. And they had to stop the film and we all had to go hunch down in the hallway. That being said, I was terrified, but I was also, it was kind of a fun experience. Weight of massive talent. That's it. Yeah, I got it before you, Team Rainbow. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That's it. Yes, I was scared, but it was kind of nice getting to meet all the people in the theaters. It's like, hey, what are you seeing? What are you guys watching right now? Oh, there's a tornado and we're all going to die? Great. What movie are you watching? And so, yeah, it did kind of interrupt the movie and we had to get back into it, but I still love the movie and it was a fun time. Really fun time. One last question. Okay. I know I keep saying I'm gone, but I'm going to answer. What'd you think about Glenn Powell in the Twisters trailer? I'm a Glenn Powell nut. I'm a Glenn Powell nut. Love it. Anytime he's on screen. After Top Gun, this is my guy. This is my guy. And so I'm very excited to see him in Twisters. Again, I don't know how good Twisters is going to be, but I'm very excited to see Glenn Powell. And I just want to see him lead like every movie now. Make the next Top Gun movie Miles Teller, Glenn Powell, bada bing, bada boom, dynamic duo, Tom Cruise in the background. That would be amazing. Don't know if they're going to do it, but it would be amazing. All right. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it big time. Thanks for all the super chats. Let me shout out all the beautiful people that sent me super chats today. First off, let's start with Shelly. Shelly, the MVP. You're awesome. You're amazing. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Stumbo's Media Outlet, Rocket McFly, Dan Peters, always Collie Wally, Fred Linden, Fred again, Michael Cox, awesome staple on this channel, and then a little double Nuclear Venom 45. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thanks for being awesome. And very, very, very excited to watch Madam Web and then do a review, or at least start out the review in the very tight Spider-Man mask. And I'll also probably make it my thumbnail. You guys are the best. I'm ready to get webbed. I'm ready. Crunchitize me, madam. No. Madam Web, more like mommy. That's just what people on my letterbox are saying. They're calling her mommy. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What does that mean? They're not, she's not your mommy. Okay. Is that like a thing? Is it like a thing that people say now? Do they say those things? You know who's a mommy? My wife. She's a mommy. I'm gonna start calling her mommy. Hey, we'll just test it out. I'll run it by her, see if it sticks. If it doesn't land, cool. If it lands, all right, we'll keep using it. That's what you got to do. When you get married, just run things by them. Run things by your loved ones. Hey, mommy. Do I get a glance? If I get a glance, cool. If I get just like a, ugh, nope. Stop right there. It's over. No more mommy. No more mommy. But then she'll start calling me daddy. And it's just going to get weird at that point. But we are technically mommy and daddy. And that's what Riley calls me dad. Right? She hasn't said mama yet, though. It's just so funny. Mom Madison's like, say mama. And she's like, dad. And I'm like, yes. Sorry, honey. Yes. I win. That's it. That's all I got. Listen, I don't know anymore. What else? That's it. Yeah, we're watching Madam Web for the plot. The plot, Sydney Sweeney. Oh, I've already told my wife. Listen, I love you, honey. I will be look, as a movie critic, you've got to be focused on certain things. And I feel as if I should be very focused on Sydney Sweeney. That's a very important character in the movie. Okay? And I told her that. And she said, okay, and well, then I'll go watch Glenn Powell and Twisters. And I'm like, daggone it, woman, you're just watching him because he's hot. And it's true. It's true. He's a good-looking guy. That's it. That's all I got. Glenn Powell for president. My wife's fan club. Maybe he's daddy. He might be daddy. That might hurt our marriage. I don't know if we should do anyone with you. Or maybe it'll make it stronger. All right, I'm done. Thanks for being here.